Good morning. I'm Chaplain John Rawlison from the Homestead Air Reserve Base Chapel, and thank you for joining us for day 22 of our Advent devotional series from Crew Ministry. Today's lesson starts with a reading from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 19, verses 1 through 10, and I'll be reading from the New Living Translation today. Jesus entered Jericho and made his way through the town, and there was a man there named Zacchaeus, and he was the chief tax collector in the region, and he had become very rich. He tried to get a look at Jesus, but he was too short to see over the crowd. So he ran ahead and he climbed a sycamore fig tree beside the road, for Jesus was going to pass that way. And when Jesus came by, he looked up at Zacchaeus and called him by name. "Zacchaeus," he said, "quick, come down. I must be a guest at your home today." Zacchaeus quickly ran down and took Jesus to his house in great excitement and great joy. But the people were displeased. "He has gone to be the guest of a notorious sinner," they grumbled. Meanwhile, Zacchaeus stood before the Lord and said, "I will give half of my wealth to the poor, Lord, and if we have cheated people on their taxes, I will give them back 4 times as much." And Jesus responded, "Salvation has come to this home today, for this man has shown himself to be a true son of Adam. For the Son of Man has come to seek and to save those who are lost." Now another reading from 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 7. "The Lord sees not as man sees. Man looks on the outward appearance, but the Lord looks on the heart." And then Colossians chapter 3, verse 5 and verse 12. "Put to death, therefore, what is earthly in you. Put on, then, as God's chosen ones, holy and beloved, compassionate hearts, kindness, humility, meekness, and patience." I would encourage you sometime today to read the Gospel of Luke chapter 19. And if you continue reading one chapter a day every day through through Christmas Eve, you'll have read the entire Gospel of Luke before Christmas. This month, we've remembered Christ's first coming as an infant on Christmas Day and his coming into our lives personally. Both points in time have changed the course of history. And as a follower of Christ, we have an even greater hope to look to, long for, and anticipate. Jesus, the Messiah, who died for our sins and rose again, is going to come back someday to make all things new. The Bible calls Christians pilgrims or sojourners in this world, meaning that it's not our permanent home. So while we're here, we're to wage war against sin and to be the light of Christ in a broken world. But in the end, there will be only joy and peace in the presence of the true King. I would encourage you to join us during this last week of Advent to read about the hope that is promised when Jesus returns, and to celebrate Christmas with that hope in mind. I hope this brought encouragement and hope to you this morning. Until tomorrow, I'm Chaplain John Rawlison with the Homestead Air Reserve Base Chapel.